Present, sir.
Councilwoman Fauntleroy,
Present, Deputy.
Councilwoman Holman, Councilwoman Garrett Ward,
Present.
Councilman Awe, Councilman James, Chairwoman Lewis.
Here. This meeting, which conforms with the provisions of the open, sorry. Well, it's, this what y'all got here first, right? Y'all want me to do that? I know, but I'm just looking at this. Okay, well, we gonna do the salute the flag, Councilman Linneas. Thank you. This meeting, which conforms with the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, P.L.1975, is a regular official city council meeting. Notices have been filed with our official newspaper, with the city clerk, and posted on the regular bulletin board. The public is permitted to participate where stipulated on the agenda.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. Public hearing, we have one public hearing this evening, ordinance number 15 of 2026, an ordinance amending Chapter 5, Article 9, Section 5-70 of the City Code entitled Duties of Divisions, Division Managers, Additional Personnel.
Is there anyone wishing to speak to ordinance number 15 of 2026?
Virginia Jeffries, 236 Brighton Avenue, East Orange. Good evening, City Council members. So ordinance number 15 of 2026 involving the golf course, East Orange Golf Course. There's a discount card for a fee of $100, yet there is no ordinance on record for this charge as of 2025. B, will there be a refund or other compensation for persons who paid unapproved this $100 discount card fee? C, there is no public fee schedule posted for league membership. There is no public fee scheduled for tournaments. There is no public disclaimer of discretionary reduction of green fees. Card holder fee, will it have a feature as to the status of a card holder, such as being an East Orange resident / employee or a senior person and others? Item G, new, will now impose credit card transaction fee of 3% per transaction. Are these to be temporary or permanent fee charges for credit card use? And item H, a new one, course improvement surcharge. Is this a temporary or permanent surcharge of $5 per person? Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jeffries.
And I would say I am against what is being proposed as far as the fee charges, the surcharge, and there should be some other way of, there should be a serious way of compensating people who were charged a fee that was not authorized by City Council. Any and all fees. Thank you.
Understood. We'll look into it, Ms. Jeffries. Thank you. Anyone else wishing to address City Council? If so, please step up to the mic and state your name.
Ma'am, please be advised that this open hearing is for specifically comments on ordinance number 15.
Oh, I thought you said anybody that wants to address.
We do have a separate section for open hearing, all right?
Anyone wishes to speak to ordinance number 15 of 2026? Hearing none, ordinance number 15, 2026 passes.
For the record, Madam Chair, the ordinance is not going to be passed right now. It's just the public hearing has ended. It will still go on before members of council to be voted on for the second reading.
Okay.
There's no presentations tonight. Minutes for March 23rd, 2026, regular meeting.
Roll call?
Councilman Pullins? Yes. Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Linius? Yes. Councilman Gomez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fauntleroy? Yes. Councilwoman Holman? Councilwoman Garrett Ward?
Yes.
Councilman Awe? Yes. Councilman James? Yes. Madam Chair?
Yes.
Thank you. Those minutes are passed. Petitions and communications, the three that are listed. Mayor's communications, correspondent received May 1st, 2026, reappointing Medina Muhammad to serve as a member of the Board of Education for a 3-year term expiring May 15, 2029. Second, a mayor's communication correspondent received May 1st, 2026, reappointing Thomas Paisley to serve as a member of the Board of Education for a 3-year term expiring May 15th, 2029. Boards and commissions minutes received, the three listed. Report of officers, none. Report of committees, Arts, Recreation, and Cultural Fair, Resolution I-184, Dorothy Ann Williams Memorial, Business Development and Zoning, Resolution I-185, resolution authorizing the execution of a redevelopment agreement between the City of East Orange and Detailed Oriented Contracting, LLC, Resolution I-186, resolution authorizing amending resolution number I-15 of 2026 to correct the total unit count for the Heritage Apartments project located at 50 South Munn Avenue, Block 221, Lot 3939. Resolutions I-187, payroll number 9, $4,120,155.06. Resolution I-188, authorize payment of accumulated absences, liabilities to former employees, total amount of $38,743.05. Resolution I-4, bill approval and payment listing, 5/11/26. Resolution I-189, resolution authorizing the purchase of a phone system network router from Core BTS, Inc., doing business as NRI. Resolution I-190, resolution to authorize the City of East Orange to award a non-fair and open contract for specialized education instruction programs for the Summer Work Experience Program. Resolution I-191, resolution authorizing the award of contract to Civic Plus for C-Click Fix 311 CRM Government Technology Platform. Resolution I-192, resolution authorizing a special one-day event fee for vendors at the 4th Annual R&B in the City Festival. Health and Education, there are no resolutions. Housing, Licensing, and Inspection, no resolutions. Planning and Grants, no resolutions. Public Safety, Resolution I-193, resolution authorizing an award of contract to American Ford Motors through the NJ State Contract Cooperative Pricing, Co-op number CK04 for one Ford Prisoner Transport Van 5-250 MR Cargo RWD 2026 or latest model year. Resolution I-194, resolution authorizing and approving the purchase of MEE municipal equipment outfitting East Orange Police Department Prisoner Transport Van through New Jersey State Contract 14-Fleet 00758. Resolution I-195, resolution authorizing the Police Department to establish an annual maintenance agreement. Resolution I-196, resolution authorizing the purchase of software from Computer Square, Inc., CSI, and N4 Share CAD RMS Police Dispatch software for the East Orange Police Department. Resolution I-197, resolution authorizing the payment and renewal of annual maintenance agreement of e-ticketing for the East Orange Police Department. Public Works, resolution I-195, resolution amending resolution I-83, awarding professional service contracts for engineering and agriculture, consulting services, and surveying services. Resolution I-199, resolution authorizing the designation of restricted parking spaces. Resolution I-200, resolution authorizing the award of a non-fair and open contract to ABCS Pool Service, Inc. for municipal pool maintenance services. Resolution I-201, resolution authorizing the award of a contract to RER Supply for hauling and disposal of vegetative debris, brush, logs, and leaves for the city of East Orange. Resolution I-202, resolution rescinding I-134 of 2026, authorizing the purchase a KB 222 SUHJ boom truck from the Jack Donnie Company doing business as JDC through the Sourcewell National Cooperative Purchasing Program. Law and legislation, resolution I-203, resolution authorizing the settlement of a workers' compensation litigation matter. Madam Chair, that concludes the items on the roll call consent agenda. Councilman Pullins? Yes. Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Lenius?
Yes.
Councilman Gomez? No. Okay, Councilwoman Fauntleroy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Holman? Councilwoman Garrett Ward?
Yes.
Councilman Awe? Councilman James? Madam Chair.
Yeah, thank you.
Just for the record, Madam Chair, your vote was a yes?
Yes.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Deputy Clerk?
I'm sorry, you said the resolution I-198? Madam? Okay, that is an error that we will update, Mr. Councilman, and we will remove the I-198, and it will continue to be listed as I-208 under the regular agenda.
Consent, yeah. Chairman Lenius.
So, Mr. Councilman Gomez, it is listed here under the consent, which was a mistake, and it is listed on the regular agenda. So we can do an
Chair, can we make a motion to rescind or reopen? We can do it that way. Yeah, I make that motion. Yeah. Somebody want a second?
Second.
Your mic is on. So,
There should be a motion to rescind.
To rescind, yeah.
is there a second?
Yeah, I made it, and I think Aaron Ward, second.
So Councilman Gomez made the motion to rescind
Well,
the vote.
it doesn't make a difference whether it was me or, yeah.
Okay, Councilman Awe made the motion to rescind, and the second was by Councilman Gomez.
Clarity, is he
you gotta do
rescinding
roll call.
198?
So now we,
Clarity on, we're rescinding the entire vote, right?
yes, we're rescinding the entire,
Does that do it or no? Because they said we moved it. Can we do it after we voted on it? Can we do it after we voted? You can only rescind it after you vote. Counselor, whatever you say. Whatever is quicker.
Is there a motion on the floor?
yes, Madam Chair, we had a motion from Councilman Awe. It was second by Councilman Gomez, and that is to rescind the resolution I-198 as a vote, and I will now do a roll call for that. Councilman Pullins? Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Linius?
Yes.
Councilman Gomez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fauntleroy? Councilwoman Holman? Councilwoman Garrett Ward?
Yes.
Councilman Awe? Councilman James? Madam Chair.
Yes.
No new business, nothing on the regular agenda, no table legislation, report of standing committees, Arts and Recreation and Cultural Affairs, Councilwoman Garrett Ward.
Just 1 second, Deputy.
Thank you. And for the record, just to explain the process, so now that we rescinded Resolution I-198, which no longer is a part of the consent agenda, that moves to the regular agenda. All the additional items will be moved up by one number. So every item listed on the consent agenda will now go for the 199, it will go to 190, it will go to 198, and we will have an updated copy of the agenda as we end the meeting. But all resolutions now will be changed to updated to the one number, if that makes sense.
One number back. for
Well,
all of them.
what we're going to do is we are going to, as we're processing this, we're going to start running copies with the new numbers updated. But because 198 is not reflected, will be deleted from that. It will be all the items will go up one number. So 198 will actually go to 199 will actually go to 198. 200 will go to 199. Those copies will be out momentarily and reflect the correct numbers.
So I'll be able to see it this evening before I leave.
Absolutely you will, Councilman.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Are you guys okay with continuing on with the agenda? Okay. Deputy Clerk?
Yes, ma'am. Again, report of standing committees, Arts, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs, Councilwoman Garrett Ward.
Wait, point of order, Madam Chair? Madam Chair? Point of order?
Yes.
So shouldn't we revote on the consent agenda with the new designation?
According to the attorney, the item that was removed was the only issue.
Okay, all right, thank you.
That item was, made a motion to rescind. So now the rest of the items are still correctly listed on the consent agenda. Arts, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs, Councilwoman Garrett Ward. I'm sure. If there's nothing further.
Thank you. I have no resolutions this evening. However, I would like to give a quick, lengthy report out of the activities that the Recreation Department has. We have a Back to the Parks weekly pop-up. The one that was scheduled for May 6th for Oval Park had to be postponed due to the weather, inclement weather. May 13th, there will be a pop-up at Raleigh Park. May 20th at Sorrel, May 27th at Columbian, and June 3rd at Elmwood. During those pop-ups, there'll be a lot of games and activities. We just want to welcome everybody back out to the parks as we get ready to kick off for the summer. There will be a National Tennis Day on Saturday, May 16th. The location is still to be determined between Elmwood and Sorrel, where there will be Hit to Be Fit cardio tennis, where there'll be a red ball auction, some prizes, giveaways for all ages. Summer camps start June 29th and will go up until August 14th. We have Grow and Glow for 3 to 6-year-olds at Raleigh Park, FCC Enrichment for 7 to 12-year-olds at Garvin School, the Dance Academy for ages 6 to 14 at Fresh Start, Cheer Camp for 7 to 15-year-olds at Truth Middle School Gym, Small Fry basketball for ages 7 to 11 at STEM Academy, co-ed basketball ages 12 to 15 at Costley Gym, tennis for ages 8 to 13 at Elmwood Park, the Fieldhouse Soccer Academy for ages 7 to 14-year-olds at the Columbian Park Fieldhouse. On May 25th, we will have our annual Memorial Day Parade, weather permitting, starting at 9 o'clock. We will also have a Juneteenth celebration on June 19th at Oval Park. The entertainment is going to be phenomenal, so I suggest everybody come on out. Independence Day, another day of fireworks. Instead of it being on the 4th this year, it's going to be on July 3rd at the Paul Robeson Stadium. It is free admission. Again, entertainment, the list is going to be phenomenal. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. Adult Pickleball Club is something that's new. Chairwoman, I'm sure you're glad to have that going. That will be
Absolutely.
June through August at Sovereign and Elmwood Parks. We have a chess academy, which is also new, a new program from June 29th through August 14th at the Columbian Field House. We have adult line dancing, June through August at the Civic Center. A golf academy kickoff event will be Saturday, June 6th at the East Orange Golf Course. And MLS Go Soccer League operator is coming soon. So please go to the East Orange Recreation Department's website to get more information. You can also dial 973-414-4141 and get more information there as well. That is all I have, Madam Chair and Deputy Clerk and co-chair. Co-chairwoman. Vice Chair. We're having trouble with titles today. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. I appreciate that. That was recreation.
Thank you, Councilwoman Garrett Ward. Business Development and Zoning, Councilwoman Holman. Resolution I-203, resolution designating 150 North Arlington Avenue, Propco LLC as redeveloper of 148-52 North Arlington Avenue, Block 271.01, lots 24 and 25 in the North Arlington redevelopment area. Resolution I-204, resolution designating 49 South 15th Street, Propco LLC as redeveloper of 49 South 15th Street, Block 32, Lot 2 in the Sussex. I'm sorry about that. On the resolution I-203, a roll call, Councilman Pullins, Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Linnaeus,
Yes.
Councilman Gomez, Councilwoman Fauntleroy, Councilwoman Holman, Councilwoman Garrett Ward,
Yes.
Councilman Awe, Councilman James, Council Chairwoman Lewis,
I'm sorry, Deputy Clerk, I'm in her stead at this moment. Huh? One moment.
Madam Chair, this is for the vote, your vote for resolution I-203. Resolution I-204, resolution designating 49 South 15th Street, Propco LLC as redeveloper of 49 South 15th Street, Block 32, Lot 2 in the Sussex redevelopment area.
Roll call.
Councilman Pullins. I'm sorry, I'm moving a little too fast. Go ahead.
Which,
All right, and I will start the roll call over. Councilman Pullins, Councilman Monk,
Yes.
Councilman Linnaeus,
Yes.
Councilman Gomez, Councilwoman Fauntleroy,
yes.
Councilwoman Holman, Councilwoman Garrett Ward,
Yes.
Councilman Awe, Councilman James, Madam Chair Lewis.
Yes.
All right, resolution Resolution I-205, resolution directing the East Orange Planning Board to review and report recommendations on a proposed amendment to the scattered sites redevelopment plan previously approved by the board on February 25th, 2026.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Pullins? Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Linius?
Yes.
Councilman Gomez? Councilwoman Fauntleroy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Holman? Councilwoman Garrett Ward?
Yes.
Councilman Awe? Councilman James? Yes. Madam Chair Lewis?
Yes.
And for the Finance Committee, Councilman Linius.
Thank you so much, Deputy Chair Fauntleroy. I have Resolution I-206, a resolution authorizing the public auction of surplus city-owned properties.
Resolution I-206, resolution authorizing the public auction of surplus city-owned properties.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Pullins? Councilman Monk?
I'm a no.
Councilman Linius?
No.
Councilman Gomez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fauntleroy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Holman? Councilwoman Garrett Ward?
Abstain.
Councilman Awe? Councilman James? Madam Chair Lewis?
Yes.
Madam Vice Chair Fauntleroy, that resolution does not pass.
Thank you, Deputy Clerk. Health and Education Committee, Councilman Monk.
Thank you, Madam Vice Chair. Good evening, residents. Just a real quick report of standing committees. Just want to make note that the state, as of April 13th, has made some serious changes here in the state of New Jersey. What everyone needs to know is that there is legislation that was signed January 12th, 2026, which establishes strict rules on the sale of hemp-derived cannabinoid products and intoxicating hemp beverages. This law is now in effect. The City of East Orange is conducting inspections and issuing violations. So what is effective as of April 13th, 2026, for proprietors or anyone that sells products here in the City of East Orange, products with synthetic cannabinoids not naturally found in the cannabis plant, products with manufactured cannabinoids synthesized outside the plant, final products exceeding 0.4 milligrams THC per container, intermediate hemp products sold directly to retail consumers, any product labeled hemp that exceeds the federal THC concentration limit, hemp beverages sold without a certificate of analysis or a COA from an accredited lab, and hemp beverages exceeding 5 milligrams THC per serving or 10 milligrams THC per container. So please take note, proprietors in the City of East Orange, that the East Orange enforcement units are conducting inspections and issuing violations. Take note, this should be no surprise to you. In addition to that, the administration would like you to save the date for a mental health awareness event, Thursday, May 28th, 2026, from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. right here at East Orange City Hall in Council Chambers. There will be an evening of awareness for support and for the community. So please come out. Again, that's Thursday, May 28th, 2026. It is a mental health awareness event for awareness, support, and community. So we look forward to seeing all our residents here. The flyer is also on the East Orange City Hall page. Please share that. I yield.
Thank you, Councilman Monk. Councilwoman Chair Lewis, point of clarification, just so the public is aware, all the updated agenda item numbers are correct and have been given to all council members, and also they will be made, the copies will be made available to the public and posted on the back, and they will be available on the website immediately following this meeting. Just wanted to put that on record as well. Everything is updated and reflects the correct information, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Just for clarification, were we on the call of the wards? I'm sorry, I was conversing with Councilman Gomez. Okay. Okay.
Housing license and inspection, Councilwoman Fauntleroy.
Thank you. I have no legislation at this time, Deputy Clerk.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Planning and Grants, Councilman Awe. Thank you, Councilman. Public Safety, Councilman James. Thank you, Deputy Clerk. No legislation. Thank you, Councilman. Public Works, Councilman Gomez.
Thank you, sir. I have the one item, Resolution I-207.
Thank you, Councilman. Resolution I-207, resolution amending Resolution I-83, awarding professional service contracts for engineering and agriculture consulting services and surveying services.
May we have a roll call?
Councilman Pullins? Yes. Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Linius?
Yes.
Councilman Gomez?
Abstain.
Councilwoman Fauntleroy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Holman? Councilwoman Garrett Ward?
Yes.
Councilman Awe? Councilman James? And Madam Chair Lewis.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. That's all I have this evening.
Thank you, Councilman Gomez. Law and Legislation, Councilman Pullins.
Thank you, Deputy Clerk. I have an ordinance on first reading by title only, ordinance number 16 of 2026.
Thank you, Councilman. An ordinance number 16 of 2026, an ordinance to transfer a city property to Detail-Oriented Contracting, LLC, known as 95 17th Street, Block 62, Lot 9, in the Greenwood redevelopment area under the auspice of NJSA 40:12A:12A-1 ETSEC, known as the Local Redevelopment and Housing Law.
Deputy Clerk, roll call.
Councilman Pullins?
Yes.
Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Linius?
Yes.
Councilman Gomez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fauntleroy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Holman? Councilwoman Garrett Ward?
Yes.
Councilman Awe? Councilman James? Madam Chair Lewis.
Yes.
Thank you, Deputy Clerk. I have an ordinance on second and final reading, ordinance number 15 of 2026.
Thank you, Councilman Pullins.
Second? Thank you. Deputy Clerk?
And ordinance number 15 of 2026, an ordinance amending Chapter 5, Article 9, Section 5-70 of the City Code entitled Duties of Divisions, Division Managers, Additional Personnel.
Deputy Clerk, roll call.
Councilman Pullins?
Yes.
Councilman Monk?
Yes.
Councilman Linius?
Yes.
Councilman Gomez?
Yes.
Councilwoman Fauntleroy?
Yes.
Councilwoman Holman? Councilwoman Garrett Ward?
Yes.
Councilman Awe? Councilman James? Madam Chair.
Yes.
Deputy Clerk, that concludes law and legislation for this evening.
Thank you, Councilman. Open hearing to citizens pursuant to Article 9(4), Section 3 of the Rules of the City Council. Each person wishing to address the council shall step up to the microphone, give his or her name in an audible tone for the record, and unless further time is granted by the presiding officer, shall limit remarks to 3 minutes. All members of the public are expected to conduct themselves in a proper manner. Any derogatory, abusive, or threatening statements will not be permitted. The chair will immediately rule such conduct out of order and terminate any further comments. Open hearing to citizens.
Anyone wishing to address City Council, please step up to the mic and state your name. And please sign the book.
Name will go. Name will go.
Taki Abdul Latif, Bloomfield, New Jersey. So I have an issue. I'm not a resident of this city, but I live on a street that borderlines East Orange. And I countlessly have gotten tickets. I have up to 20 tickets. Yes, that I parked on the Bloomfield side of the street, 54 Olive Street. I have 20 tickets. I tried to contest them in court on a couple of occasions. The initial time that I tried to contest it, I did come to the court and to provide video evidence, which I came to provide my evidence the day of, because I was under the impression that I could send it through a link, which I wasn't able to do. So then the judge gave me additional time to provide my information ahead of time. I did have to wait until my daughter was home from college to provide the evidence, because I can't just like take time off of work. Like, I work at a medical facility, we do MRI guided biopsies, so our patients are scheduled well ahead of time. And I can't just take a day off. So my daughter did go to the courts 5 days ahead of time around Christmas, and the young lady, LaQuana Wheeler, told her that she wasn't gonna take the evidence because it was too soon prior to the court date. So out of frustration and just aggravation with dealing with the city, going to the courts and kind of dealing with some unpleasant people at the courthouse, I did miss my court date. I don't feel like I have to come to East Orange. I'm not parked on that side of the street. I'm parked on the Bloomfield side. I did go to the parking authority. I spoke with them, explained to them my situation, and they told me that the tax map shows that our side of the street includes East Orange, which to me, honestly, it doesn't make sense, because the taxes are not paid to the city of East Orange, they're paid to Bloomfield. Unfortunately, the resolution has been, I'm gonna move in a couple months, but I'm affected. My license is currently suspended because I haven't been able to go to the courts. I just feel like it's an unfair situation that I'm dealing with. And it's not just me, it's numerous residents on the street. And they've gone to the parking authority as well with well, the resolution was to purchase an East Orange parking permit, which I don't think is fair. We don't live in East Orange, we live in Bloomfield.
Well, I have to tell you that if you have gone before the court, that is where you would have to settle that issue. We do not have the authority to override any decisions that the court has issued.
Yeah,
So-
I apologize, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, okay. So like, yeah, I did try to go to court on a couple of occasions, but like I said, the people are unpleasant. I've tried to present my evidence, and they didn't take my evidence on 2 occasions. I don't think it's fair that I should have to be going to East Orange. I don't live in this city. I even spoke last night even on a couple of occasions. Teresa, one of the parking authority ladies, which she's very nice, she's very pleasant. I even spoke to her last night. And she said it's not right that we're being ticketed. There's nowhere to park. And that part of the street is not even in East Orange. I really do feel like somebody in city council, they should rearrange the tax map.
I hear you, but I don't think we can override a judge that has already rendered a decision.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna try to go through the courts again to resolve the situation, unfortunately. Like, I'm really annoyed with it. My license, I apologize. My license is currently suspended. Fortunately for me, like, I do have other means of transportation, and I travel too, so it's not like I need my license, but it's an unfair situation. But I feel like for the other residents, somebody should reevaluate that tax map. Those houses are not in East Orange.
Okay.
The taxes are not paid to East Orange, the taxes are paid to Bloomfield for those houses.
Well, I'm gonna ask you to speak to Councilman Monk, who is the liaison,
Okay.
but Councilwoman Holman.
I'm sorry? 54 Olive Street. Even when I went to the courts, the police, Olive Street. Yes, ma'am. And a lot of people are aware of it, because even when I went to the courts, the police officers that are at the, like, security, they're like, you live on Olive Street, and I'm like, yes, so many people have complained about this. There's 3 houses in the Bloomfield area that those people that own those homes as well have gone to parking authority, and their resolution, my daughter resulted to getting a parking pass for East Orange and Bloomfield, which she paid for herself, and I refuse to do it. Other people are just paying the tickets because they don't have time to take off of work. I leave out for work at 4 o'clock in the morning. Like I said, right now, I'm not using my own transportation because of my life situation, but those people, I leave out at 4 o'clock in the morning. As a woman, I'm out there like, I cannot park a block away from my house and walk down the street. Now, like, I don't think that that's right. I think
So-
that the tax map needs to be reevaluated, in my opinion.
Well, I agree. I agree if there, I'm sorry, what'd you say, Councilwoman?
It is.
Yeah, so
If you
what we
Google
can
it.
do, I
Yes,
mean,
ma'am.
which is what we only have the ability to do, which is in our purview, is once you speak to the liaison, maybe he can navigate something and speak on your behalf, and maybe the outcome will be different. I don't want to say whether it will or will not be, but I think it is worth an effort, so.
Thank you. And I
speak to-
really would just love if somebody could help me navigate through getting my evidence. I have it here in my bag.
Well,
my
that's where we're gonna
USB.
start from. That's
Okay,
where we're gonna
thank
start
you.
from. Get Councilman Monk's card,
Okay, thank you so much.
okay, and let him,
Thank you.
I'm sorry?
I am aware of your issue. I have sat in a meeting with the parking authority and discussed that issue. I do believe that your evidence is crucial, but as the chairwoman said, that evidence did need to be presented in court. I understood what some of the issue was, which is where the ticket may have been written as opposed to where your car was in front of where they were actually writing the ticket. But we'll discuss that after
Can I
this.
say one thing?
We'll discuss it after this.
But can I say one thing? Okay, so another, and my evidence, my video evidence shows that, which I was explaining to Teresa last night and Tashima, that when the Parking Authority of East Orange comes to ticket me, they don't put the address of the address that I'm parked in front of, which is my residence. I've even gotten a ticket for blocking my own driveway, 54 Olive Street. They put 9 Olive Street in East Orange because they can't put 54 Olive Street because that's Bloomfield. So they put the ticket across the street, and I have it on video. My USB is in my purse. They do this every time. Never the address that I'm parked in front of, ever.
Okay, well, you know what? Give what you gave to Teresa and them. This councilman may
Yeah.
be able to navigate a little more for you, but just give him the information that you did give to Teresa and let him respond and see what he can do for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. And I'm just okay to leave, just email, or do I need to wait to speak to someone?
I'm sorry?
I'm okay to leave, or should I wait to speak to someone? Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else wishing to address City Council? If so, please step up to the mic.
Virginia Jeffries, 236 Brighton Avenue, East Orange. Chairperson Lewis, good evening, City Council members, city employees, and members of the public in attendance physically and virtually. Presenting concerns on this agenda is I-186, the resolution for the Heritage House Apartments adjustment. What is the total amended unit count? Under Finance, I-207, which was, it was moved to the regular agenda. I'm pleased that it was not passed because there was not enough information. for that resolution. Under I-189, the purchase of a phone system, again, what is the cost? And did this proposed purchase require an RFP? And is it expandable? Under public safety, I-193, for the American Ford Motors under public safety, what is the amount of monies to be paid for this contract? Under I-194, the approving the purchase of MEE municipal equipment outfitting for a transport van, what is the amount of monies to be paid for this contract? I-195, a resolution authorizing the police department to establish an annual maintenance agreement. Who would this agreement be with? I-196, authorizing the purchase of software for Computer Square. What is the cost? And did this proposed purchase require an RFP? Under I-197, the renewal of an annual maintenance agreement. What is the cost and terms of this renewal agreement? Under Public Works, I-205, did this proposed purchase require an RFP of services? Under Law and Legislation, again, ordinance number 15 of 2026, a discount card fee of $100,000, yet there's no ordinance on record for this charge. This is currently posted on the website. There is no public fee schedule posted for league membership. There's no public fee schedule posted for tournaments. There's no public disclaimer of discretionary reduction of green fees. Also, the current ordinance fees are not publicized on the golf course website as required. And may I finish? The refunds are due to all persons who were charged unauthorized fees not in the current ordinance, which was the only fees that can be charged through the city council. So what arrangements will be made to do refunds to the public who were charged unauthorized fees at the East Orange Golf Course? Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Jeffries. We will look into the matters of concern. Is there anyone else wishing to address City Council? Hearing none, open hearing of citizens is now closed. Call of the wards.
Madam Chair, one point of clarification. For the record, Councilman Gomez' vote is yes on the consent agenda. Initially, his vote was no because the item that he wanted to go under the regular agenda was listed on the consent agenda, but it has been correctly updated, and that item no longer appears under the consent agenda, so his vote is changed to a yes.
Thank you. First Ward, Councilman James. Nothing, Madam Chair. Councilman Alweg, Second Ward. Councilman Monk.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Residents, good evening. Just as a matter of factly, this past Saturday I was with my co-council people, Councilman Gomez and Councilwoman Garrett Ward. We were by STEM Academy and witnessed two cars racing each other, had to be at 90 miles an hour. One in the other lane, and there was another car coming towards that car. Approaching that car, got over at the last minute as someone turned on to Renshaw. Very terrible incident. Captain Hamlet did call East Orange Police Department to notify them. But
no names, Councilman.
sorry. But nonetheless, we'd like to just say to people, please slow down. And on both sides of the street, there were a group of people standing, and had anyone lost control, I might not be sitting here, my co-counsel people might not be sitting here, and some people's children the same. So, we would just ask residents to slow down. It's not a game, it's not a video game. There's no need to drive through the city like that. And driving is a privilege. Should you get caught by the East Orange Police Department and end up in court, you might lose your driving privileges, aside from injuring yourself for life. So luckily nothing happened then, but it is something that we witnessed, and I only wanted to bring that this evening because we recognize our residents are coming to the rail to ask for safety measures to slow down traffic, and it is really something cultural that is going on in our community that causes people to drive this fast. Next, and really quickly, I just want to address the mental health crisis that's going on, not just in New Jersey, not just in East Orange, but nationally. We would ask everyone that can help someone to guide them to the right resources. There are a lot of resources in communities where people can begin to get help and maybe go to a next step to become themselves again. And I would just ask everyone to be good stewards in the community. Thank you, Madam Chair. I yield.
Thank you for that, Councilman Monk. That is a very gracious thing for you to speak on, because we're talking about lives, and as you said, that could have been very tragic. Chief Bendy, is there anything you would like to say regarding that matter, or anything to the public that could jolt their concern, the individuals who are driving recklessly? Give her a mic, please.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening, council. Good evening, East Orange. We've been talking about speeding, it seems like forever. It does get better, and then it does slide back a little. So you will be summoned, and of course, like the councilman said, you will then have to go to court, and driving is a privilege. We do really need to use caution, especially on the wet roads when we have them. I notice people do pick up the speed even though the roads are wet when it's out. Again, you will see the police in and around and out of the side of the city on our borders working hand in hand with Newark, Orange. I believe we've done something with Irvington and Bloomfield. So if you see us out there, please slow down. Feel free to say hi to us. We are currently and will be conducting safety checkpoints. So just know they will be throughout the city, and we do implore you to slow down. We have our children out here. Our children are our future, right? How are they going to get to their future if we're driving like we have no sense? So please, let's look out for one another. Let's slow down. We all know, I'm going to use that old adage, that if you do not get there safely, you cannot be effective. And a lot of times when we pull people over, they say, I'm late for this, I got to pick up someone, but guess what? You cannot pick up your child. You will not be on time for work if you are in an accident and, God forbid, injured or worse than that, right? Or a death is caused by you or caused to yourself. So please, please slow down for the safety of our city. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Chief. And I think it's important to just say that you shouldn't be racing at all, but if you are going to race someone, do not do it in a community, on a street, where you are more than likely to run into someone or somebody. Just please, just have a heart. If I'm talking to anybody out there that is racing, please have consideration, not just for another life, but for your own life. Thank you for that, Councilman Monk. Councilman Pullins, 3rd Ward.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good evening, East Orange, members of council. Just be very brief on behalf of Chairman Gomez and the DPW committee. We want to just recognize Director Collins and the department for DPW week next week, and wishing them all the best. Thank you, Madam Chair.
All right. All right. Well appreciated, Director Collins. Councilman Linius?
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. I'll be brief. This Friday, the East Orange Haitian Flag Raising Committee, in collaboration with Mayor Green, the administration, and City Council, we're doing an East Orange Haitian Flag Raising. Thank you. It's going to be a great time, just encouraging all members of the public to attend. And of course, we are honoring our very own Captain Marilyn Barouette, first captain of Haitian descent in East Orange history. So we have amazing guests, so please come on out. Secondly, and importantly, I just want to say Happy Mother's Day again to all of the mothers out there and mother figures. Thank you for all that you do. And thank you to Mayor Green for allowing me to be on the panel last week Wednesday, for his Mayor's Town Talk to discuss Black maternal health with Perinatal Health Equity Initiative. It was a great conversation. So thank you to Mayor Green. Thank you to Perinatal Health Equity Initiative for all that you do. And I yield. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Councilman Linius. Councilwoman Garrett Ward?
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I have nothing.
Councilman Gomez?
Thank you, Madam
Not-
Chair.
Madam Chair, I'm sorry, not Madam Clerk.
Okay. I have just a few brief things. I just want to thank Ms. Jeffries for bringing our attention to a couple oversights at the golf course. I talked to the director about it. We're going to look at resolving it. Any fees that was incorrect for this year, we're going to look at making sure that that is amended and corrected with our clients, and also updating the information on the website so it matches and it should be correct. So thank you for that. My thoughts is just a little bit heavy because I'm thinking about what the Supreme Court just did to our voting rights recently. They actually gutted the Voting Rights Act of 1965, and when I think about stuff like that, it does weigh on me, because I remember when they said that a black person really couldn't be in government, and to have the privilege to serve my community in the way that I do, it really means a lot to me. So to see that Civil Rights Act that was done in 1965, about 100 years after the Emancipation Proclamation, completely dismantled like that is concerning. And as a black elected official, I think that we have to make sure that we do our job on the highest level, because although it's not fair, we have to be twice as good. If we're not twice as good, folks are going to justify taking away our rights. And it's important for us to be the leaders, the best leaders that we can be. And I'm told this by my mom, by my mentors, by my brothers, hey, life isn't fair and politics isn't fair, Qasim, and you're a dreamer. But I think leadership is about us realizing that life is not fair and trying to make things better for our neighbors, our children, the next generation. So to see that and not have that done and not take it to heart, being of an age and remembering actually the sacrifices and actual blood spilt in order for us to vote and not take our jobs and position as routine and for granted, and understand how important it is, and how they said we couldn't even be quarterbacks. And now we actually are mayors and presidents. And so just making a statement of actual gratitude to my neighbors and people who allow me to serve. It's a privilege, it's not a right, and I don't know how long I'll be doing it, but I'm thankful to be able to do it. But let's not take it for granted, and let's be accountable, and let's understand that it's not really autonomous, that it could disappear at any minute, and just be the best servants of our community that we could be. So thank you.
Thank you for that, Councilman Gomez. That is a very, very serious situation that we have going on in America, and I thank you for even mentioning that tonight. It's something that just cannot fall on deaf ears. It's something that resonates not just citywide, countywide, but nationwide. So thank you for that.
Madam Chair, I would just like to add, I got a little bit in my emotions. The legislation, the Voting Rights Act, was specifically designed to make sure that people had the rights in the South. And as soon as the Supreme Court made that decision, what did they do? They went down south and attacked those same specific areas. So we have to be on point. Can't take these positions for granted. Thank you.
Understood. Thank you. Away?
Thank you. We often talk about the power of community. And so what I'm asking for, just on the record, is that for all of us, if you are religious, if you're spiritual, you pray, Christian, Islam, whatever the case may be, there's so much power in numbers, power in community. I can attest to it. You'll be coming off of Mother's Day's weekend. I had a very special Mother's Day. I'm always forever thankful for all the hundreds and thousands of people in this community that prayed for the Iweb family. And my mom was able to go out with us for the first time for Mother's Day's weekend, so I was glad to do that. And so I understand the power of prayer. There's so many of us that's going through silent battles that we're not aware of. If we can all just make sure we lift our voice in prayer or in meditation or good spirit or whatever the case may be for all of us in this community. We don't know what we're going through, and it's oftentimes those silent battles is where they're most needed. And so I'm just imploring everyone to lift our city up in prayer, lift our community and our families, our neighbors up in prayer. And those are the things that may carry over into the attitude in terms of how we interact with each other. So I'm imploring everybody who is of any spiritual or prayerful mind. Maybe it's just a meditation. Maybe it's just a sending of good spirits to all those people who are in need, healing powers, people who are going through physical ailments, mental ailments. We are really in tough, perilous times right now. And, oftentimes is that prayer is what's going to get us through. So I just wanted to put that on the record. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Councilman Alway, and I'm glad your mom is in good health. Councilwoman Holman?
Thank you, Madam Chair. First of all, let me just wish everyone a happy belated Mother's Day.
Thank you.
For those mothers and even those women who do not have any children. If you're a woman, you have mothered and nurtured someone's child. So happy Mother's Day to you. I'd be remiss if I didn't speak in reference to CWA's issues that were here today. I just want to leave administration and CWA with this. As you continue to talk and sit on your negotiations, I just need both of you, both sides of the table, to listen to one another and hear one another and come to a amenable conclusion. CWA, as we know, is down on the lowest totem pole in the city, and their salaries are not that high. and they've always been near and dear to our hearts. So I just want, it's more than just talking. You have to be able to hear each other and listen to one another and come to a conclusion. So, you know, that is my prayer. As Councilman Alway, you hit the nail on the head with the hammer. I'm just going to keep it in prayer that you guys can do that and come to an amenable conclusion. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Holman. Councilwoman Fontour?
Thank you, Chairwoman Lewis. Good Monday evening, East Orange. I am proud to have been an active union member for more than 2 decades prior to election, and I was in the CWA for more than 21 years. To my CWA union sisters and brothers, I see you. I stand with you. Oak Knoll School, I was remiss to not mention Oak Knoll's class of 1996, our 30-year reunion, more than 30 years ago, and more than 15 East Orange alumni later. I graduated from Oak Knoll School. I was the first alumni to graduate from East Orange. There have been more than 15 since. I am so proud of all of the women that are alumni and that are there now from East Orange specifically because of their impact, their tenacity, their capacity, and their reach. Kudos to my sisters. On behalf of Council Chairwoman Lewis, I join Mayor Green and Councilman Pullins, Councilman Awe, Councilman Monk, and Councilman Gomez at a huge, literally huge, in stature and size, check presentation for congressional funding that will be capacity for much-needed repairs at the East Orange Fellowship Civic Center. $250,000 is no small feat for us, thanks to Councilwoman LaMonica McIver, who continues to get into good trouble and fight the good fight for the 10th Congressional District, just like our beloved Congressman Payne Sr. and Jr. did before her. I had the privilege of sharing tea this week with Nana's Love at the Ward Mansion, AKA Omega House. Nana's Love meets monthly at the historic Ward Mansion and supports grandparents and grandmothers who are in parental roles and who are just in the community and want to do better with our community. You should join them. It's a wonderful opportunity to be with your community, but also gain some wisdom and fodder from these women. Me, Councilwoman Holman, and Mayor Green are responsive to our residents, specifically in Norman Towers. After several meetings with the owners of 500 North Arlington Avenue, Councilwoman Holman and I toured the building to point out concerns in real time. It was a good meeting. We're going to hold their feet to the fire to look for more information about that to our Norman Tower residents. I've received more phone calls this week and last week about neighbors not respecting each other and each other's property while walking their dogs. Please clean up after your dog and tie the poop bag before disposing of it, and make sure it is disposed in a receptacle. Allowing your pet to relieve itself on your neighbor's lawn seems like no big deal, but it is. Disposing of a poop bag in your neighbor's trash receptacle seems convenient. However, if you do not tie that poop bag, it is a sincere mess and a headache your neighbor has to rectify. Please take care of your pet's feces. Councilwoman Holman and I host 2 community meetings every month. The first is a listening session we host all around the ward and different locations with the aim of connecting with residents, some of whom only go to work and come home or never hear about meetings to attend. Our May listening session will be held May 14th on 15th Street. And this month, Mayor Green is going to join Councilwoman Holman and I. We're going to block the block off between William and Park Avenue and meet in the middle of the street. Bring your concerns, your questions, and praise reports, because I love a praise report, and come out to meet us around 5:30. This is also a great opportunity to meet your neighbors face to face. Our second meeting is held at Norman Towers at 500 North Arlington at 5:30 toward the third Thursday of the month. You are going to see a few mini commercials on social media inviting you to come out to parks in and around your ward. But Councilwoman Holman and I want to make sure you know that you are cordially invited May 27th to join us at Columbian Park behind Lieutenant Governor Sheila Oliver School on the corner of Springdale and Grove. This year, we're hosting an event in each park to introduce to some new residents and reintroduce to others 8 of our 9 parks, their resources, their assets, and their programming. Please come out to our parks. Come and see what's out there for you. You really are missing it if you haven't been outside and seen all of the renovations. Lastly, I send my condolences to my friend and one of my mentors, Lloyd Abdul Rahim, and his family. Lloyd is a former employee of the city of East Orange, and sadly, his youngest son, Bilal, transitioned unexpectedly this week. Bilal was a beautiful, compassionate, and brilliant soul who is gone too soon and will be missed not just by me, but by so many. On behalf of my family, the Reverend George Britt, First Lady Merlin, my son Evan, my cousin Rayshawn, we send our sincerest condolences. And to the Rahim family, please know that you remain in our prayers. With that, I yield.
Thank you for that. My sincere condolences go out to Lloyd Rahim and his family. That is a tremendous loss. If there is no further business, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn. All in favor? We are adjourned.